So let us start with the next part of your concepts of OOPS, that is binding. Binding means a process of linking a procedure call. It is linking of procedure call to the code to be executed in response to the call. In OOPS, we have here dynamic binding. Now, what is dynamic binding? It refers to the linking a procedure call, linking a procedure call to the code that will be executed only at runtime. That will be executed only at runtime. So dynamic binding means the code associated with the given procedure call is not known until the time of the call at runtime. It is associated with polymorphism and inheritance. It is also known as late binding because it is executed only at the runtime. Next concept, and the last concept you have in your OOPS is message passing. What is message passing? It is nothing but sending and receiving. Sending and receiving of information. Sending and receiving of information by the objects. This we call it as your message passing. This helps in building the systems that simulate real life. Some of the basic steps in message passing are: you have to create a class that define objects and behavior, and create objects from class definitions, and establishing communication among the objects. These are the steps which is necessary for your message passing. These are the concepts of your OOPS, that is modularity, abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, binding and message passing. Why are we going to make use of your OOPS? That is advantages of OOPS. Remember, this is a very important question which can come up for your 5 marks or 3 marks also. So what are the advantages? OOPS, when you are using OOPS, it gives you improved software development. Improved software development because of modularity. It is easy to develop the software, and also your reusability, and also improved software maintainability, again because of your modularity, and faster program development. You can develop the programs faster. That is what you mean by your software development. Faster program development, and you can reuse codes, reuse of codes, which again helps you in faster code development and lower cost of software development because of your, again, the reuse of your codes. These are the advantages of your OOPS. What are the disadvantages of OOPS? Again, it is difficult to understand. Steep learning, that is, it is an uphill. It's very difficult. You have to go from the base to the top. The thought process involved in object-oriented programming, it not be natural for some of the people. It may take time to understand. It is complex to create programs. It is complex to create programs based on objects. And some of the object techniques like inheritance, polymorphism are challenging to manage. These are the disadvantages of your OOPS. The most important 5-mark question in this chapter is applications of OOPS. What are the applications? One of the application is your image processing. Now what do you mean by this image processing? It is a method to convert an image into digital format. So, and also you can enhance it or increase the image. Next is your pattern recognition. What do you mean by pattern recognition? That is whenever you have one scenario, you can realize the similarities between two different scenes. That is pattern recognition. Next advantage or application is your mobile computing. That is a human and the computer interaction using portable computers that allows you the transmission of data, voice, video, etc. Then parallel computing. Parallel computing means it is a type of computation in which many calculations can be done simultaneously. And web-based applications. Web-based application. These are the applications where OOPS are used. So this is about your basic concepts of OOPS. With this we come to the end of this session and also your end of this chapter, basic concepts of OOPS. As I have told you earlier, I am also sending you the notes for this chapter and also the assignment questions for this. Please answer. I am repeating again. Please answer these questions either in a notebook or a paper and scan the work and then send it to me by mail. I have already given you my email ID. I am repeating it once again. Submit it to me by mail. This is my mail ID, and also you should have your hard copy, that is a work that you have done written by hand, and submit it when you come to your regular classes. Please do not copy or send others copies. I'll verify it with your handwriting. So no copying and scanning, right? Let us end this session now. Let us see you in the next session. This is the end of the chapter, basic concepts of OOPS.